Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. We are back to play some cards. So I'm back again from the little pause. We had no new episode for 2 weeks or maybe even 3 weeks. I don't know exactly. Yeah, but that was due to the fact that we reached the rank 1 Field Marshal and did not have any other targets that we were aiming for. And yeah, what I did was just clearing out some daily missions to collect some money. And now today is the first Monday of the new month. We are playing the March season. And yeah, so today it's time again to open some packs. One thing about the rewards from February is that we got the Mosquito, the British fighter, this one here, for 6 costs and 2 for operation, a 4/4 fighter that deals 3 damage to an enemy unit as a deployment effect. So yeah, actually it is a good card, but sadly we do not need it in any of our decks right now. So yeah, it's okay that we have it. Maybe we need it later, but not right now. And on the other hand, we got quite some packs from the rewards, and we got some from the progress steps here, as you can see, like the Soviet one for rank 60 or step 60, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I'm already have 4 stars on rank 2, so we actually are only 1 star away from the next Field Marshal rank. Yeah, and I don't know why, because actually the only thing I did the last days was clearing the daily missions. And yeah, but with a pretty cool winning streak, yeah, aggressive decks perform extraordinarily well in this current meta. So most of the matches I won with the Japan and the Japan-German aggressive decks. I played some matches with the Soviet-German control. Yeah, but if you want to climb the ladder fast, use an aggressive fast deck. That's the best thing you can do right now. So, but before we go into the ladder and see if we can go for the quickest Field Marshal ever on the channel, we of course buy some more packs and open them. So yeah, we have 7 to open, but nonetheless we will go for our 2 additional officer packs in order to get some more elite cards to build some cool decks. And one thing I have to mention is that we are on the elite step with the wildcards here. So we get another elite wildcard, yeah, that we can use to craft any elite card that we need. So yeah, here we have nothing special that we found in this pack. Yeah. Yeah, interesting. Cannot attack the enemy HQ. There's a card that would enable it, but yeah, maybe this is an interesting card to clear out some, or to counter some aggressive decks that can pick out the small units. Yeah, but we do not want to talk too much about cards that we do not need anyway. So let's open the new packs. So yeah, we have an Alpine, we have an elite, a special Soviet card. Yeah, I've actually never seen this card. Interesting mechanic, ambush, units deal double damage. But actually I don't know. Yeah, maybe you can combine it with such cards. Yeah, ambush artillery. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so yeah, some cards that we already have. Yeah, this might actually not be that bad. British units do have a lot of guard units. Yeah, and you can play it pretty early. Yeah, but I think the best one is the special wild card here. So we go for the first. Oh, and we just got the free elite card here, and now we will go for the officer pack. Yeah, Crusader. Maybe if we want to play a commando deck one day, this might come in handy. The rest is not that great. Yeah, I've saw this card some decks that relied heavily on bombers, but yeah, we do not play any kind of these decks right now. So we go for the Soviet pack. Oh, it's already the last one? No, that would have been a little bit too quick. Yeah, nothing special here again. Only cards that we already know and nothing that we urgently need. So we have another Japanese pack to open. And yeah, again, nothing special. Yeah, the Henschel, I actually don't know if we run this 1 or 2 times in our Japan deck, but yeah, maybe we can add another copy if we need to. Yeah, again, not that spectacular outcome of this pack, and yeah, again. Okay, so no new elite cards. Yeah, some special cards, but not, yeah, the best packs that we opened. Yeah, so since our aggressive decks made a very good run, I guess we will stick today to this decks and keep playing the Japanese German more or less standard J-Aggro deck. Yeah, some cards are replaced. For example, the Shiden, the fighter with Blitz and Fury. Elite, yeah, I replaced it with this one. Pretty expensive, but I guess it yeah, works the same way to deal damage directly to the HQ. Yeah, with the Blitz ability. So, but of course we will drop this. I guess we keep one Akita here, and yeah, not the best hand to start with. And yeah, I wonder what we are facing here. If we see German aggressive deck, yeah, and it looks like. So there are so many aggressive decks out there. I guess this might be a counter to all these discard decks that came around after the release of Case Yellow. Because I saw many YouTube videos that yeah, pointed out that this kind of decks are very overpowered. And so I guess many people yeah, built those decks, yeah, and hoped for a fast field marshal. But yeah, the deck is, I guess, a little bit too slow to compete with these aggressive decks. And I think, yeah, people learned that, so they switched to the more aggressive variants. And now everyone only plays aggressive decks. Yeah, this will be pretty hard here. Yeah, I don't know how we can clear out this one here. So I guess he will reduce the operation. Oh, no, he's not even doing so. So this one kills this, pretty obvious. There's not much that we can do here. I guess we will lose this match here. This is too much damage. If he has an Blitzkrieg in hand, it's over anyway. Then he will deal 12 damage, and we have no heal in the deck. Okay, he's no Blitzkrieg. Yeah, there's nothing we can do here anymore. Yeah, quick match, quick loss. But yeah, if you have such a hand with the aggressive decks, there is nothing that you can do about it. If you have to start with the type 93 and after that you have to place an Akita in the support line that cannot even move to the front line, yeah, it is pretty much over at this point. Yeah, especially if our opponent has 2 times the Humber in hand. Yeah, there's again nothing we can. Yeah, okay, this is by far a better hand. So we are playing against Britain, maybe Britain Air. So now we can deal 6 damage, and he's down to 14. With this one next turn, yeah, we would win already. So we go for the damage and not for the additional infantry unit. And I don't know if we can remove anything for 2. Yeah, okay. Yeah, now I turn 3 victory after turn 5 or what loss. Yeah, the Japan-German deck is pretty fast in the one or the other direction. So now it depends on what we are drawing. Again, it's all about the starting hand. And of course, it was very good that we were the starting player with this hand, so that we could send out 3 units in the first turn. That is pretty rare. Yeah, and now we have a US deck. Yeah, I actually keep the key here. It's not that easy for the US guys to remove it. Yeah, I actually keep the one type 93. so that we have a turn 1 play if we do not draw any units, and we do not draw any units. So yeah, there are mainly two types of American or US decks out there right now, Ramp and Frontline. Yeah, and this is again pretty bad actually. We are way too slow to beat this deck. So if he throws out more of these 30-second and buff them with the we can do it. Yeah, okay, now he cleared it. Even those guys are okay. We cannot play the 35 to kill this one here. So we go for the Nito. So like this we can at least prevent him from drawing with the 22nd. Yeah, takes the front line back. But now we will go for the key. And maybe we can pressure him with this card. I actually do not think that he plays Death from Above. He might have a Hellcat, but this only deals 4 damage. So you need something in addition to it. Okay, goes for Sky Train. Yeah, and we will go for the Wirbelwind, of course. That costs 2. We want to use this as 4. We need 1 to activate and 1 for this one. So we will, of course, clear out his Sky Train before it outvalues us and try to clear as much as possible in the front line before the we can do it is rolling in. Yeah, he still had, okay, there's the Hellcat, we can kill it, yeah. Yeah, this was actually the best drop that he could have. Oh, he's not trading. That's interesting. So let's see if we are lucky. Nope. Yeah, now it depends on what he has in hand. If he has the Rangers, I don't know. But maybe we can take the initiative at this point. Yeah, this is very bad. Especially if we do not draw. Our removing orders. like Desperate Measures or Bombing Raid. But maybe, it depends if on what he can kill this turn. I mean, we have Lethal. We can send this one into the front line, play Blitzkrieg, and then have more than enough. Okay. So we have still enough. Yeah, okay, that was a mistake. But I can absolutely understand what he did, that he do not want to trade the Hellcat into the bicycle, but yeah. Yeah, okay, and this was really quick. I guess this is the fastest Field Marshal achieve that I ever made. And yeah, we will see what we can do for the rest of the month. Yeah, I mean, I can try to buy some cards, so some packs, and hope to get some more of the elite cards and build other decks. Yeah, there's not much to achieve, or maybe we can go for a draft. Because I saw that we somehow got a draft ticket. I don't know from where we have this, but this might be an interesting episode to see draft battle. Yeah, that might be something that we can do later in this week. Yeah, but for now, relatively short, but as I said, if you want to go up the ladder quickly, use aggressive decks. Yeah, use the classic Japan Aggro deck. There are, yeah, the problem is with the Japan Aggro is that there are many elite cards needed. So it's a pretty expensive deck. Maybe it's better to go for the German Japanese variant. We can have a short look on my deck list. It relies on Fast Heinz card, as you can see on the name here. And I do not know if I introduced the deck already, but just for a quick overview, we have of course 4 times the Panzer IIA as a cheap, quick moving unit. We have the Type 93 to improve all these units, the cavalry regiment that can blitz into the front line, and yeah, pull out the Befehlswagen, that is of course 2 times in the deck. Then here's the Fast Heinz that boosts all your German tanks in the front line by +2/+1. We have the Bicycle Regiment, always great, especially in combination with the Type 93, can deal 4 damage in the second turn. We have this one time, yeah, as some sort of replacement for the Greif, the 1/1 German elite tank that reduces the cost of every tank to 0. Let's see if I can show you. Here is it. Yeah, I do not have it, and I did not want to buy it just for this deck, so I replace it with this one. Then we have the Nachschub, very good card, especially in these aggressive decks. When you trade in or send in here one of the Panzer IIA for 1 credit and get 2 in return, you can throw out the Wirbelwind, for example. Very annoying for air-relying decks, and of course very good with the Blitz ability. We have 3 times, of course, the Panzer 35, one of the core cards, yeah, that cause havoc in the enemy lines. Yeah, and what I said earlier, differentially we only have it one time here. We might think about running it a second time, because it is actually pretty good if you have a tank, an infantry, and the aircraft that counts itself in the same row. Yeah, this one gets plus, no, for each non-tank, so it gets +2/+2 if you have an infantry and this aircraft. And yeah, what can you have more than a 4/4 for 0 costs with Blitz? It's pretty perfect. Yeah, and the 2 times the 22nd infantry to get some card draw. The Panzer III F that has Blitz itself, but yeah, that's not that great because it has 2 operation costs. So to attack with this, it would cost you 7 credits just for 3 damage. But the better thing is that all your German tanks have Blitz as an ongoing effect. And as deployment effect, all other tanks, and that includes the Japanese ones as well, get +1/+1. So that means the Type 93s can become 2/2, and so might attack as well. Yeah, and as well as the Shinoto, the Type 97, that you can find in the Japanese decklist as well. The 3/3 Blitz tank with just 1 operation costs. So for 5 credits you can slam in another 3 damage. Perfect if you have a Type 93 in your support line. We have the Panzer 38 to draw cards. Basically, the Flammpanzer to remove some annoying targets like the Nachschub corresponding cards, all these 0/4 elite cards that are hard to remove without any orders. Or you can remove a swordfish and I don't know, all these cheap cards that can make you a hard time. So we have 2 times the Blitzkrieg. We want to end matches fast. I've even added the autocannon because it might look not that great as unit itself, but it causes a lot of trouble. At least I think so. It feels like we are causing trouble with this card in the enemy, in the enemy's decisions, because he has to choose. Does he want to clear out the autocannon that deal 3 damage every turn for 1 credit, and of course the additional 1 damage that is dealt to the enemy HQ as soon as we play a unit? Or is he removing these units that are already in the front line, like the bicycles, the Panzer IIs, the cavalry, and there's always the threat of a Blitzkrieg coming in, and yeah, if you have 2 of those units in the front line, you suddenly deal 7, 8, 10 damage on the enemy HQ. So you can either kill it with Sunstrike, Awoken Giant, and all these cards, or you kill the autocannon. And yeah, the choice is yours. So enemies might run out of removals if we are too fast. And then we have the Sendai to remove some big guard units or units that have been buffed by Mare Nostrum. We have the Enigma for even more card draw. And as the finisher, the Comet, always very handy in many German decks that can deal 4 damage directly to the enemy HQ for 6 credits, and does this over and over again. And on turn 6, you should have your opponent down to like 10 or 12 HQ defense points, and finish the match in 2 or 3 turns. And the basic strategy is go to the front line, play Heinz as soon as possible. It's not worth to be greedy and collect like 3 or 4 tanks in the front line. 2 is more than enough if you have turn 1 play Panzer II, and you have a Befehlswagen in hand, and you have the opportunity to move the Panzer II in the second turn to the front line. It costs 1 credit. You send out the Befehlswagen as well and play for your second credit point the Fast Heinz. Then you have a 3-4 and a 4-3 in turn 2. And most of the enemy decks cannot deal with such a threat. They maybe can remove one of the tanks, and they, if you play against some British or depending Russian decks, there might be guard units, but the guard unit on turn 3 or 2 are not strong enough to deal with this threat. The best card that the opponent can play against such an opening is I don't know, I forgot the name, Decisive Defense or whatever it is called. The Soviet card that pulls out 2 3/2 tanks that destroy itself after the end of the turn, but they have guard, and that might be it. But you can follow up with so many cards. You can go in, if you have this one of these guys operate for free, you can send in this one afterwards, Type 93. This one, of course, the options are extremely vast. So try it, test it, and go to rank 1 Field Marshal and get a lot of rewards. So that's enough for today. I hope you liked the video. If so, please hit the like button, leave a comment below, and of course do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.